levitating above the stairs. That is serious evil
The
possession.
story actually comes from a user on here that goes by this name. I'm going to give you a brief rundown of how this picture even came up in conversation.
Having trouble getting it to hold for some reason about the quality of the picture. But this is 7 of the 8. And the same apparition. She looks the same just about in every picture.
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Alright, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mel, aka Baby Girl. I am so grateful to have you here with me today. I am so glad to be back to doing a spooky video because I had this little obsession about Mr. Beast and what he was doing, but I was very, very invested in it because it's just not okay. Okay? And I couldn't excuse it. I got really upset and I had to make a video. Okay? I'm sorry. Anyways, get over it, you guys. Okay? I'm back to the spooky. If you're new here, my name is Mel, aka Baby Girl, as I said, and we usually, like I said, do spooky videos. I do usually a countdown 10 to 1 where I just post like the videos that I find to be the scariest on, either YouTube or TikTok. So that's that. Or I go into little rants and do a commentary video on some people. Eight of them had an apparition in them, and it was all the same one. Transparent woman in white.
picture sometime later that she discovered 8 pictures with the same ghost. This is the first one and maybe the hardest one. Is paranormal? Have any kind of pictures, videos, or stories you'd like to share? My email is listed in my bio.
Did you see that? It just did it again. I cannot believe I got that on video. the risk and deal with the ghost right when it happens. But as a medium, if I'm going to go and do any kind of ghost hunting or any kind of like readings or anything like that, I have to prepare myself.
So at this point I noticed everything was normal, and there's a couple rooms down there I didn't really care to look in, so I just marked the doors with pillows so I could go back and see if anything had moved the next day from my video I was taking. And at this point in time we determined just to get out of the house, take the dog with us, and
Come on, Jesse. Up.
get out
Come
of
on.
there because there's just too many unexplained things.
Come on. Up. Let's go. Come on. Up.
Come on, Jess.
Go.
She had to come back the next day first thing, so I said, as soon as you get there, check for the ball at the door and then take pictures of the pillows downstairs. And this is what she sent me. Well, this is the original. This is what she sent me. Normal. Video. Next day. So at this point I realized, okay, someone's in the house. Get the hell out of there.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should rethink that break-in. I don't know. What do you think?
Now this next video comes from Jalen Love, who although has no idea what was captured, is extremely unsettled by this footage. She claims that no one else had been in the house except her two sisters, who are seen on camera. They had just come back from somewhere at around 10 p.m. when the security camera inside their living room recorded the following. Now it's worth noting that this isn't the first time something scary had occurred. Only a few weeks prior to this incident, someone broke into their house. It's for this reason that they've set up cameras around their home in case it happens again. But this time, it appears that something else other than a burglar was captured. The two sisters enter inside, leaving the front door open for Jalen, who is still getting out of the car. As Jalen takes her time to come inside, this happens. Behind this door, a dark figure is seen. It's worth pointing out that no one is seen behind the door before it's open. Nothing apparent stands out until something eventually does. Whatever this is just stands there while seemingly hiding itself from the camera, or at least a part of it, as only partially do we see the figure. Seeing this, Jalen and her sisters were freaked out. They state that they wouldn't have seen this if it wasn't for what occurred later that night. According to them, they had heard strange noises coming from downstairs, which made them check their surveillance cameras. But while checking the footage from earlier that night, they see this, a dark silhouette that disappears in the blink of an eye. Like many, she now believes that something unexplainable was captured. But as always, I'll let you be the judge. Was a ghost caught on camera, or was something else captured?
This is the same lady that was doing the videos where she's in her bedroom and like the poltergeist is throwing stuff at her and she's on the phone with her husband. This poor woman now is in the freaking dining room with her mother. Of all people to have something happen with your own mom. How awful. How rude of this ghost at that. Trying to spend time, quality time with her mother, and you interrupt with your bullshit, and at that, you move a chair. Why do they always move chairs? That's what I want to know. It's 2024. Are you going to start doing something else, maybe? You know, like, could you know, so I was just like, oh, I gotta see these pictures, so I'm gonna listen to her bullshit.
Bullshit.
A spirit that I have seen in my 25 years of life. and I have done nothing but think about it ever since, so we're going to talk about it on here right now. So if you don't want to see a picture of a ghost, I would scroll. So this picture and the entire story actually comes from a user on here that goes by this name. I'm going to give you a brief rundown of how this picture even came up in conversation for them to get it, and then we're going to look at it. So they were at a company get together, and one of the higher ups at the company was randomly in the middle of conversation like, y'all want to see a picture I took of New Orleans that has a ghost in it? And of course everyone was like, yeah. Like, don't even ask the question. Everyone wants to see a picture of a ghost until proven otherwise. I've never met anyone that's like, nope, don't show me that. So this picture was taken at one of the oldest restaurants in the entire city, and it happened when the higher up of the company was getting a tour of the wine cellar. He said that he was walking around the wine cellar and he noticed that there was this man on a laptop probably trying to get more fancy wines for the wine cellar.
And a person turns around and looks at us. I didn't say anything. Like, they always give you that really, like, are you nuts? Are you hearing voices now? Like, whoa, calm down. I just thought I heard something. Huh. I know that I've had them where I see things out of the corner of my eye, or I hear little whispers, and it's like, wait, what? Or, you'll hear it in the headphones when you're doing an EVP session. You But anyways, now it's time for my ghost story at the end of the video. Yay! So this ghost story happened in Mississippi. We happen to live in a double wide trailer on top of a huge hill in the middle of nowhere in Mississippi. I mean, when you looked over the hill, you could see the tops of trees. We were so high up, and because those trees were huge. But anyways, so I mean, surrounded by rattlesnakes. We didn't even have proper like sewer system. Like, we had a poop creek. Can you imagine? My dogs used to go running around outside and would come home with dirty tampons in their mouth from the creek. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even talk about it. It's so disgusting. But anyways, so, okay. Now, mind you, to preface this story, my mother-in-law called one day and she told us that she heard, it was like she was at the house cleaning it up for us to come and move in at the trailer, and she was outside. It was about dusk time. It was almost dark, and she heard very loudly a woman start humming in her ear, and she told us she's not one to get real scared about that kind of stuff. She's a very serious woman, but she told us it happened just to let us know. And she was thinking maybe it was her mother or something, because her mother had just passed away. So anyways, my son that evening, or not that evening, but one evening when after we moved in, it was like maybe a week or two later, my son, my fiance was in the kitchen making pancakes, because that's what we would have for a snack sometimes, because we was poor people. Anyway, so he was making pancakes. Well, he burnt one of them, or burnt oil or something like that, and smoke was billowing in the kitchen, right? My son, of course, gets asthma. That boy would get a full-on strong asthma attack within seconds. And it was just horrible. I spent weeks in the hospital with him. It was just so bad. Thankfully now, in my beautiful room, and my beautiful man voice that I hate so much. Anyways, like I said, I hope to see you back. Please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. Please like this video. It helps me in the algorithm too. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just asking, okay? I'm just asking. Oh, and remember, don't be an asshole, because I haven't told you guys that in a while, and if I found out any of you guys have been being assholes because I didn't say it, I'm calling your mother. I will. I'm calling your mother, and she's going to know all about your antics of being an asshole. I shouldn't have to tell you not to be an asshole. You understand? Do you understand where I'm coming from? Okay, you have a good night, and I have your mother's number.
Bye, have a great time.
It's caught in the crossfire.